Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gavin Richard Presents. I want to show you all something on Wikipedia that I was looking at in regards to the top selling albums. Yesterday, as you know, they reported that the Eagles' greatest hits, which I don't know people still buying albums or who in the hell is buying the Eagles. They haven't sold any, I think, produced any new music or sold anything recently. In 20 or 30 years, but nevertheless, yesterday there was all going out on Google. CNN reported it, various news sites, that the Eagles have the #1 selling album of all time. Well, that was the actual title on some of these websites, but that is not true at all. Um, they stated that it surpassed Michael Jackson's Thriller. And of course, they do many of these things to try and limit uh, Michael Jackson and his legacy. So, for instance, I'm reading here on Wikipedia. Let me see if I can actually turn the camera around. But if you read right there, second paragraph, in just over a year, Thriller became and currently remains the world's best-selling album with estimated sales of 110 million copies. It is the second best-selling album in the United States and was the first to reach 30 times platinum, with the United States shipments of 33 million album equivalent units certified. Only the Eagles album, their greatest hits from 1971 to 1975, has sold more copies. So what they mean by that is that the album itself, Thriller, is no longer the United States #1 selling album, although it was the first biggest selling album of all time and held that record for 36 years. But Thriller, nonetheless, has sold over 110 million albums worldwide, million copies, and it is the world's best-selling album, something that the Eagles, and nobody for that matter, I don't see for a very long time, unless they change, somebody changes the game, that will never be able to outdo what Michael Jackson did with Thriller. That was just, ahead of its time. And you're probably never going to, and I'm going to be best bet, you'll never see anything like that again, ever in human history. Just because, that time was different. Mike had people going out to stores buying albums. Now you can just buy an album, or not even buy the album. You can buy the track right on your phone. Hell, you can, lift it if you use BearShare, which they don't do anymore, or I remember Napster, they don't do that stuff anymore, like file sharing, but everybody is doing something different now, and the internet has really changed things. And even when I look at award shows, and I think I've talked about this before, how award shows really are not as great as they used to be, because yesterday was the VMAs, and I honestly didn't even know they still did the VMAs, and I didn't know if that was more embarrassing or Madonna's tribute to Aretha Franklin. I should put tribute in air quotes. But getting back to that, Michael's album is still #1. It hasn't changed. White folks, get over yourselves. People that are shitting on Michael, get over yourselves. It's still #1 of all time worldwide. So that means the Eagles can't even, I don't believe the Eagles can even touch that, because keep in mind, Michael's album's still selling. He is the best selling artist of all time, and it is estimated he's sold over 1 billion albums total worldwide. And I can believe that, going back from his time with the Jackson 5 all the way up to his death with the unreleased material that has been now posthumously released to the public. So Michael did it all, and Mike is still a man. And these figures, although unreliable, I'm looking here now, list of best-selling albums. Michael Jackson's Thriller, estimated to have sold 66 million copies worldwide, is the best-selling album, although sales main estimates for Thriller has been as high as 120 million copies. So I can't see anybody touching that. But that's it for me, guys. You take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.